Hey friends, it's Keezy here today, and today we will be restyling Zoe Electra and Dia Mante from Shadow High Series 2. And of course, if you haven't checked out the full review that I did of all 6 Shadow High Series 2 dolls, click the card above to check it out. But we'll be starting out with Zoe here. She did have some light gel throughout her hair, but it was nothing too crazy. I will be giving her a full restyle, so she'll be getting a little bit different of a hairstyle. And Dia here isn't going to get anything too crazy, but she did have a whole bunch of gel in her hair that we're definitely going to have to remove, so that'll be fun. But of course, I'm going to start this process out as I always do. So I'm going to go ahead and wash their hair with some Dawn dish soap, and then I will go ahead and remove the tinsel from both of the dolls' hair because they both had a ton of tinsel. They had a ton of tinsel, so yeah, I'll be washing their hair out in cold water to start, just because I want to try to keep the hair from doing that whole frying thing that it always does. So cold water usually helps, but with Zoe it still ended up happening, but I'll explain that later. So once all the gel has been removed from the hair, I turn my faucet onto the hot side, and then I just take my comb and run the comb through the hair. This just helps get out any bends or any crinkles from the box. I do regret doing this though, because on Zoe, because there was still tinsel in the hair, it caused the regular nylon that's rooted to get stretched out. So I ended up having to kind of flatten that out a little bit later. So I recommend to remove the tinsel and then do that step of running the hair under some hot water. So this is what the girls look like when their hair has been all washed out. Yeah, they look a little crazy, don't they? The tinsel is something. It's definitely something. Okay, and so now we get the amazing honor of pulling out each strand of tinsel one by one for hours and hours and hours and hours. I want to say to detinsel both of these girls, it probably took me 4 or 5 hours, the longest being Dia Mante. And the reason why it took me so long to get her hair detinseled is because her bangs are also tinseled. MGA, I don't know why you did that. I have no clue why they did that, because getting those little small strands of tinsel out of her bangs, it literally took me hours to do. It was not fun. My fingers were sore as I don't know what at the end of it, but it was all worth it, because when you remove the tinsel, it just removes that bulk from the hair. And especially when the doll has short hair like Dia Mante, her hair just looked super bulky with that tinsel, and it really affects the texture of the hair. Her hair was so much softer once I got all of the tinsel removed, so I'm definitely glad that I did it. as I stated, I also did the exact same process on Zoe. Her tinsel almost felt like a different grade of tinsel for some reason because you couldn't honestly really tell that it was in the hair. It was mainly rooted in her little bantu knots at the very front, but it was still a process. It just wasn't as bad of a process because her tinsel wasn't in little short pieces. So yeah, again, it just is so satisfying to get rid of all that tinsel, and then when you just have a big pile of tinsel just sitting there, you're like, oh wow, I accomplished something. Okay, and once both of the girls have been detinseled, I'm just gonna go ahead and wash their hair and then condition it also, just because you've been touching their hair a whole lot and that first wash doesn't always get the job done when there's tinsel in the way. So I'll just wash the hair once again, rinse it out, and then put a little bit of conditioner in there to make sure to coat the hair so it'll be nice, silky, and soft.
Want you here, need your mind in these sheets. Completely intertwined in our minds, yeah. Tell your future like a psychic. Baby, you gon' end up right in my bed. Chemistry is science. I could play it cool, but I'd be lying. I'll read you like a psychic. I'ma tell you something you gon' like.
Okay, and on to styling Zoe. So as you can see, I initially French braided all three of those sections that she had at the very front, but the two side sections wouldn't actually lay flat enough for my taste. So I just ended up French braiding the middle section and just kind of releasing those two side braids. It still worked out in the very end, but the inspiration for Zoe's hairstyle is I just wanted to give her kind of a Y2K spiky bun hairstyle. That's kind of the best way that I can explain it. The reference that I initially thought of was Doja Cat from, it was one of the award shows. I don't know if it was the American Music Awards. I can't remember what it is, but I'll put a picture somewhere so that you can see. But that was my inspiration. And shout out to my friend Lolas_dolls on Instagram for the amazing swirly spiky buns tutorial that they gave me. It really helped me execute this hairstyle for you guys, so definitely make sure to go and follow them because they are the best. I did, however, make a couple of modifications to the tutorial they gave me. So basically all I did was twist the hair down onto itself, so you just keep twisting until you can't twist anymore. And then instead of securing everything in the back with a rubber band, I wanted the hair to kind of sprout and kind of stick up because that's kind of the point of the hairstyle, for it to stick up. So I just used my handy dandy illusion cord, which I've been using a lot of lately, especially in these Shadow High Series 2 restyles. But yeah, I just used my illusion cord to secure the end of the hair and then just kind of shape it to kind of stick up. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense, but if you have any questions about it, definitely leave a comment down below. as I stated in the beginning, Dia's restyles can be very simple, so I just took my Hot Tools Pro flat iron on about 275 and just used that to flip the ends inward. All I was just trying to do is kind of reshape the hair so that it has that nice, very polished look. Alright friends, and that is all for my Shadow High Series 2 Zoe Electra and Dia Mante restyle. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down below to let me know. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you learned something new from this video or you just enjoyed hanging out with me, that's what we do here all the time. So if you feel so inclined, hit that subscribe button down below. But that is all for me, friends. We do have some LOL OMG videos coming later this week, so I hope to see you there. But until then, peace!
Turn everything gray, clouded and navy, into new shades. You color me up, so with the way. Glad I was patient, 'cause you color me. Brand new, looking in the mirror, I'm brand new. Everything's so